We are back. And we're back, guys. We're in the studio today. We have big game Jessie P taking on Elena Rybakina from Kazakhstan by way of Moscow. Now, these two ladies have played twice before. Pegula does own the head-to-head. We have the number 3 seed in this tournament, Pegula. She's the underdog here. Rybakina, the 10th seed. Look, Rybakina is climbing the rankings. She'll probably be the 5 or 6 ranked player in the world, maybe even the 4th. I got to double check the rankings after this tournament. She's playing amazing, but let's take a look at her last couple matches. Against Elise Mertens, she had 10 aces, 3 double faults. She's been having difficulty getting the ball in play, and I say this all the time: the best servers make the most faults and double faults. She got 60% of her first balls in play, but she did win 80% of them. She does maintain a strong first serve win percentage, and she's been amongst the tour leaders in that. She really, especially going back to the Australian Open, she led the tournament in that. She forced Mertens into 9 breakpoint opportunities. She cast in on 3 of them, but she's not doing well on her second serve. Her second serve numbers have been abhorrent. We're talking 40 percentile range against Mertens, 58% against Martina Trevisan. Again, she had 10 aces against Martina, so she's serving well when the opponent doesn't touch the ball. So if the opponent's not touching the ball, it's an ace, and that's a point for her. But other than that, she's having to undergo a lot of long rallies, which, you know, a lot of these players that she's been facing are pretty good shot makers. You know, at least Mertens is a good shot maker. Martina Trevisan, she can keep the ball in play and make opponents uncomfortable. Against Martina Trevisan, she faced 4 break points. So Martina did put a little pressure on her, especially in that first set. Elise Mertens had 8 break points on her, so she's not invincible. Now she's taking on Jessica Pegula here, who's beat her twice, guys. Jessica Pegula, big game Jessie P, my pick to win this tournament. She's a 2-1 underdog here. Now Pegula's playing a lot of tennis, a lot. Her and Coco, they're also in the quarterfinals on the double side. They're gonna face Elise Mertens and Storm Sanders. Now, big game Jessie P against Magdalena, she destroyed her, right? 4 aces. She did struggle on her first serve win percentage. It was, well, it's lower than her average. So she won 72% of her first serves. She really put Magda in a lot of uncomfortable positions. 10 break points on Magdalena. And overall, it was a solid game from Pegula. Now, the match against Potpova, the weather, there was a lot going on there. The balls, with the humidity, the moisture, the balls did not carry well. 7 double faults for Pegula, but listen, guys, Potpova had 7 as well. Now, Pegula, a lot of the numbers from that match were due to the weather conditions. She did force Potpova into 17 breakpoint opportunities. But taking a look at both of these ladies here, we know what Rybakina wants to do, right? She wants to serve well and overpower you off the court with baseline strokes. The reason why Pegula does so well against someone like a Rybakina is because she's so versatile. Her style, she can hit winners anywhere on the court. And she said this, I've been saying this for a long time, she said this out of her own mouth a couple years ago. She doesn't, like Serrana said in her post-match victory interview yesterday, she just goes out and play. She minds her business. She doesn't focus on anything. And Pegula literally said those exact same words a couple years ago. She said she doesn't get involved in the drama. She goes out and plays. She focuses on her game plan. She stays positive, and she adapts and adjusts to any in-court situations or game situations, whether that's weather, court conditions, opponent conditions, or excuse me, opponent game plan. She just adapts to everything that's in front of her, and that's why she's such a good player. She can play the net, she can play the baseline, she has a good mid-range game, she has good serve placement, she has good spin, and she's strong and athletic. I think her strength is underrated as well, but the reason she does so good against Rybakina is she's able to use amazing spin to take away a lot of that baseline power from Rybakina, get Rybakina moving. She's a giant. I picked Pegula to win the tournament, right? So the pick here, because he's such a huge underdog in this match, we're going to take Pegula getting 5.5 free games on the alternate spread. Look, you can't pass up on that. Pegula could literally lose what 6-4, 6-3 and still cover the alternate spread. But listen, guys, Pegula has had success against Rybakina. She shouldn't be a 2-1 underdog, and I think the first set's going to be very, very interesting. I think the first set, yeah, that's going to be interesting. Now, I did take Pegula to win the tournament, so I could definitely see her beating Rybakina outright. Now, who's next? Let's switch to Mexico, guys. In Mexico, guys, what am I, 10 for 11 in Mexico picks. So let's go to Mexico. I like that draw there. There's a lot of good value there. I gave 2 numeric locks out yesterday. I hope you guys listen to the video and take them. Look, if I don't have a lock, to be honest with you, I'm not going to be trying to force picks, right? If I got good info, I try to share it, but if it's not there, it's not there, guys. You don't want to force it. You're literally going against an algorithm. Now, Nadia Podoroska taking on Elizabeth Cocareto. Listen, guys, both of these ladies, they're good clay players. We know Elizabeth's got like 5 clay championships, and Nadia, don't cry for me, Argentina, she gets busy on clay. This is a matchup where Elizabeth is a 2-1 favorite. She's been playing a lot of tennis, but I don't think she should be a 2-1 favorite. We're going to take the first set to go over 8.5 games. That's good value. This match is going to be very competitive. Watch out, Elizabeth is... Oof, that's a big number for her. Tatiana Maria taking on the hometown favorite. Remember, guys, this is elevation. We're talking what, I don't even, what, like 1,600 feet above sea level, maybe even higher. I don't remember. We're really high above sea level. If you're not in shape, you're going to be exhausted. Tatiana Maria lives for this. This number's ridiculous, guys. We'll take the first set to go under 9.5 games. That's the pick there. Seeing a lot of strange things happen in Mexico, guys. How about the lights going out on match point? Leylah Fernandez, Camila Osorio. Did you guys see that match? Maria is a huge favorite. First set under 9.5 games. That's the pick. Katrina Scott, Laura Pigossi. Oh my goodness. Both of these ladies are struggling. They're both having losing seasons. Yes, Pigossi is... Look, she's the household name. We know who she is. She plays a lot of clay. She's got literally 10 times the clay experience over Katrina Scott. But look, American tennis fans, players, we know who Katrina Scott is. 6 foot tall. She's got rockets, but she's struggling. Last year was a horrible year for her, but before that, she had a pretty decent year. She was on the rise. I'm like, hey, what happened to Katrina Scott? Injuries will do it, guys. Pigossi should be the favorite in this match, guys. But I don't know. I'm going to go with Katrina Scott. I got a feeling she might pull it off there. I could see the first set going over 8.5 competitive, but Katrina Scott on the victory upset. Who we got? And let's end things with Leola Janjan, the Leo from France. Bonjour, comment allez-vous? Taking on Arango. Listen, Arango plays a lot of tennis. She lost that Colombian championship where she blew it. She dropped the ball. The crowd was backing her. She plays a lot of clay, but we're gonna go with Leola Janjan to get the victory here on the money line. Those are the picks today, guys. Look, in Mexico, we're 10 for 11, so I've only lost 1 pick in Mexico, but the reality is I lost that pick because I forgot what I wrote down. And if you listen to the video, you hear me stuttering, trying to remember what I wrote, and I did say the wrong thing. It was supposed to be the total, but guys, not bad. 10 for 11 in Mexico. We'll keep the ball rolling. Enjoy the picks. These are free picks. Remember, guys, if you want a solid lock, hit the super thanks and donate. Other than that, I'll see you guys when I see you. Have a great day.